Good morning. Welcome to our thought for this day, the 7th of October. Our reading's taken from Acts 23, starting at the 12th verse. But our story we're going to read this morning is straight out of an action-packed thriller. There's a notorious troublemaker. There's a conspiracy to murder. A young boy overhearing the plot. There's a plan to extract the troublemaker at night. And there's a crucial letter to a governor and a cavalry protecting the prisoner. And there's so much more going on. This is all in our story today, so let's read it in Acts 23. The next morning, the Jews formed a conspiracy and bound themselves with an oath not to eat or drink until they had killed Paul. More than 40 men were involved in this plot. They went to the chief priests and elders and said, "We've taken a solemn oath not to eat anything until we've killed Paul. Now then, you and the Sanhedrin petition the commander to bring him before you on the pretext of wanting more accurate information about his case. We are ready to kill him before he gets here." But then a son of Paul's sister heard of this plot. He went into the barracks and told Paul. Then Paul called one of the centurions and said, "Take this young man to the commander. He has something to tell him." So he took him to the commander. The centurion said, "Paul the prisoner sent for me and asked me to bring you this young man to you because he has something to tell you." The commander took the young man by the hand, drew him aside and asked, "What is it you want to tell me?" He said, "The Jews have agreed to ask you to bring Paul before the Sanhedrin tomorrow on the pretext of wanting more accurate information about him. Don't give in to them, because more than 40 of them are waiting in ambush for him. They've taken an oath not to eat or drink until they've killed him. They are ready now, waiting for your consent to their request." The commander dismissed the young man and cautioned him, "Don't tell anyone that you have reported this to me." Then he called 2 of his centurions and ordered them, "Get ready a detachment of 200 soldiers, 70 horsemen and spearmen, to go to Caesarea at 9 tonight. Provide mounts for Paul, that so he may be taken safely to Governor Felix." He wrote a letter as follows: "Claudius Lysias, to His Excellency Governor Felix, greetings. This man was seized by the Jews, and they were about to kill him. But I came with my troops and rescued him, for I had learnt that he is a Roman citizen. I wanted to know why they were accusing him, so I brought him to the Sanhedrin. I found that the accusation had to do with their questions about their law, but there was no charge against him that deserved death or imprisonment. When I was informed of a plot to be carried out against the man, I sent him to you at once. I also ordered his accusers to present you their case against him." So the soldiers, carrying out their orders, took Paul with them during the night and brought him as far as Paris. The next day they left the cavalry to go on with him, while they returned to the barracks. When the cavalry arrived in Caesarea, they delivered the letter to the governor and handed Paul over to him. The governor read the letter and asked what province he was from. Learning that he was from Cilicia, he said, "I will hear your case when your accusers get here." Then he ordered that Paul be kept under guard in Herod's palace. So that really is quite a story. This act, the story of Paul in Acts, has made many turns. This reading seems a long way from the studious rabbi who studied under Gamaliel. As we read Paul's letter, we know him to be clever, industrious, and always working to support himself. His theology is amazing, and he opens up vast sections of God's revelation for us. But here is Paul at the center of a non-stop adventure. He's being hounded by the Jews who've sworn an oath to kill him. He's come through beating, stoning, and imprisonments. And this has all been at a high cost and with great risk. He's got to be a story worth telling that should excite even our young today. Why do so many think Christianity boring or irrelevant? Have we let all the adventure out of life? Have we not explained how following Christ will be costly? It will strain our intellect, demand moral courage and resilience. If we follow Christ with all of our fibre, it will be an adventure and will put us in the firing line against opposition, prejudice and injustice and self-interest. But it will be an exciting journey following him. It will take you to the top of a mountain and put you on your knees. Are you ready for that journey? In the words of the German martyred theologian Dietrich Bonhoeffer, when Christ calls anyone, he bids them to come and die. It will demand everything of you, and yet give you everything. Are you ready? May God bless you as you seek to serve him this week.